Tens of thousands of people took to the streets of Berlin to protest what they see as a breach of a taboo in the post-war German politics. The protests came after some parties voted alongside the far-right party, Alternative for Germany (AfD), over a non-binding resolution on immigration last week. Christian Democratic Union (CDU) leader Friedrich Merz, who is tipped to be the German's next chancellor, had tried to rely on support from AfD twice last week, including for a bill aimed at curbing immigration. The move sparked anger among many, with organizers of the demonstration saying people had turned out to condemn what they see as a breach of the country's agreement not to work with the far right at the national level. The demonstrations come 3 weeks before national elections and follow similar protests across Germany on Saturday. Police estimated that about 160,000 people came out to protest on Sunday. The rally began just outside the Bundestag, German's parliament building, and moved on towards the CDU's headquarters. Protester Anna Schwarz, 34, told AFP she was joining a political rally for the first time because we can no longer avert our gaze. We want to make as much noise as possible to call for the self-described democratic parties to protect this democracy, she said. So what does it tell you? It tells you that the organizers of these demonstrations see the bill that the AfD and the CDU were trying to pass last week as a breach of their democracy, and that is why they are going to the street to protest, because they are even surprised that the party that calls itself Christian Democratic Union is now somehow joining alliance with the AfD to pass a bill like that. The CDU is leading in the polls ahead of the German snap election this month. The AfD is currently pulling in second place, although Merz has ruled out any kind of coalition with them. On Wednesday, a non-binding motion over changes on migration law passed through German's parliament. 2 days later, a bill aimed at reducing immigration numbers and family union rights were rejected by German's parliament by 350 votes to 338. The bill was put forward by the CDU and backed by the far right. The strategy was widely condemned, including by Merz's predecessor as CDU leader and former Chancellor Angela Merkel, who accused him of turning his back on the previous pledge not to work with the AfD in Bundestag. So what does this tell you? This tells you that when the German voters go to election, they cannot really trust this CDU leader by giving him his vote. I'm not campaigning for any political party, but truth be told, if he has said in November he can't work with them, and last week he relied on them to get that bill passed, you can never predict what can happen or what can come in the nearby future. So as the Germans go to the polls on 23rd of February this month, it is only wise for every German eligible voters to think thoroughly who they deem fit, who has what it takes to be at the highest office, second to the highest office in their country, who they expect to take the will of their country and drive them to the next level.